Making some blackberry jam. So I already have my blackberries prepped here. And I'm trying out some different jam recipes. I haven't made jam in a long time, and all of a sudden I've been making jam like at least once a week for the past few weeks. So I measured this out, and it's about 664 grams of blackberries. And then I decided to try a 2-to-1 ratio, so 2 parts fruit to 1 part sugar. And for the sugar, I'm doing a mixture of half and half brown sugar and granulated sugar, so 166 grams of each. This is not an exact recipe. I'm just kind of playing around with it to see how it turns out. Like I said, I've just been trying out some stuff recently. So, and then I have, I don't have lemon juice, but I have a little bit of lemon zest. So I'm just gonna zest this little bit of lemon here. Just to add a little bit of that citrusy pop that kind of gives jam a little extra pop of flavor. But I don't want to add too much because I don't want it to be like super duper lemony and have it, you know, be out of balance. So I'm just going to add about that much. Just a little bit. And sometimes I add lemon juice, but the last time I did that, it was like too much and it was overpowering. I think because my lemons are like a lot bigger than some other lemons from our lemon tree. Okay, and then we're going to add in, I like the way I did it before. Usually it says to like wait to add the pectin, but I'm gonna add it now, and this is about 25 grams. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my spatula. Gonna give this kind of a little stir before we pop it onto the heat. Okay, I'm gonna get this on the heat so we can start to cook it down. Okay, come with me. Trying to angle this. There you go. Okay, want a nice view. Okay, so I'm going to put this on like a medium high heat to get it going. I'm also baking off some shortbread right now too. So I got a few things that going on here. Okay, so we're just gonna let that cook down. Let me know, anybody in the chat, what is your favorite jam? Or if you're watching this after it gets posted later, let me know what your favorite jam is. For me, it kind of depends. I actually used to not like jam or jellies or anything like that at all when I was a kid. Like, I never had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It was peanut butter sandwiches. So, but now I like it. And I do like, not a big fan of grape, but I do like strawberry and that kind of stuff. But I think blackberry might be my actual like top favorite. I've always been a bigger fan of like blackberries and raspberries over strawberries. I like just, I feel like they have a better pop of flavor. Okay, just waiting for that heat to start to kick in. And I've learned recently that with, like there's different ways that you can do jams. Like you can do temperature, like testing until it reaches like a don't think it's a soft crack. I think it's there's like certain temperatures, but it's like 220 is I made a cherry jam and it turned out pretty good. But you want it to like reach that temperature so it thickens, but the pectin is kind of like a hack to like thicken it without having to cook it forever because it takes a really, really long time to get it to that point. So I just tried pectin for the first time in a while. Like I think this past weekend I made another cherry jam, but I tested it with the pectin this time. And got small clumps of brown sugar there. It turned out really well overall. So I'm excited to see how it works with the blackberry jam now. So, because I haven't tried this one with the temperature stuff, but it went so much faster with the pectin. Hard to believe it's Friday again. And oh, before I forget, today is our last day of our piping tip series. So make sure to check out our final day of our 20-day piping tip series. I think I'm gonna put together a playlist so you can watch all of them put together if you'd like. But it's hard to believe that that series went by as fast as it did because August just flew right by. It's crazy that September is already next week. Your husband is a lucky man. I am not married or with anybody right now, but thank you. My family's lucky. Okay, I can hear that it started to go, so I'm just giving it a stir. Yeah, I made jam like years ago for the first time when I was like just new to a whole bunch of baking and cooking stuff. And I remember it going well overall, but it just because like it takes a while and sometimes it's just easier to buy it. But I don't know. Lately I've been on a kick because there's been a lot of like really good fruit on sale. So I've been on a jam making kick right now. So I think I have strawberry jam in the fridge and the cherry jam I mentioned. Now I'll have blackberry. I think I do want to try making the strawberry one because it was before I got the pectin. So that one is much more like liquidy. So I do have an idea. That's actually the shortbread that I'm baking off right now. I'm going to use some of that jam and kind of test out to see if I can. I'll make a video about it, but I'm testing out to see if I'll be able to use it for that as like a topper and kind of thicken it up in the oven. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, while we make our blackberry jam here, I'm making it's vanilla bean shortbread. I haven't tried that yet, so I decided to add some vanilla bean paste to the shortbread dough. That would be good over ice cream. Ooh, yes. Absolutely. Like a nice vanilla bean or chocolate. I feel like I've also kind of been testing some of these jam recipes, like if I might want to do, not enter the jam canning competition next year for the state fair like I did with the baking stuff, but I would maybe want to use homemade jam to make some items for next year's state fair. So we'll have to see if these things turn out well. Then I'll have to make notes of all the different items I might want to enter next year. So I've entered 3 items each year for the last year and this year, and I kind of want to try entering more, but it is a lot of work. But if I can figure out some stuff that I can do ahead of time, it works out better. But just kind of keep stirring it around. And the blackberries will keep breaking down, of course, a little bit more. And sometimes I like to, actually probably will do it today too. I I'm not big on like the preserves where there's huge chunks of fruit. I just always prefer more of a consistent, a better consistency like throughout with the jam. So I'm probably going to use my hand blender to break it up at the end like I've done before. Because I saw that tip and I really, really like that ever since I tried it. It's like the only thing about jam, it just takes a little while to cook down. I'm going to grab my hand blender before I forget. So that it's ready to go. Like I said, I'm really excited about this because I love blackberry jam. I feel like I've had other ideas of like things to make and give away to people, but with blackberry jam, I might actually keep this one just to use at home or something, but we shall see. Like I said, there's just been a lot of really good sales on fruit recently, so had a bunch and I was really excited to give this a try. Can smell it a little bit. It smells good. Has anybody in the chat made jam before? And if so, what kind? Maybe while we're waiting for this to cook down, because it'll take a little while, I can show you the other jams I've been making. And the only thing with cherry jam is that I don't work with cherries a bunch, so I always forget how much work it is to pit the cherries, and but the jam does turn out really well, so that is a good thing at least. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna get the jam out so you guys can see what I've been working on. Okay, so I'm gonna give it one more little stir and then just kind of let it do its thing for a little bit while I'm showing you the other jams. I feel like I go through phases of things I like to make too. Okay. Bringing it over. So here, I already have a knife. This is the cherry jam that I made with pectin specifically. And I feel like maybe not as thick as like some jams with pectin, but I actually really like the consistency of this one. Like it doesn't feel like it's totally like super duper gelled. I feel like it just has more of that consistency that I personally look for with jam. So this is that cherry one. And then this is our strawberry jam. So super thin, but I love the flavor of this one. I really, really like how the flavor turned out. I actually finished it off with, not all jam recipes have salt, but I feel like that's a really important part to balance out sweetness and make the flavor kind of highlighted. I can't talk today. It's Friday. But so I added a little bit of salt and also just like a half teaspoon of strawberry extract to kind of like help highlight the strawberry flavor a little bit more. So I love the flavor of this one. I really need to make some notes of how I made this one, but it just needed the pectin. So it's like really, really thin because it doesn't have that pectin. So that's like the only thing I would change, and then I'm going to try probably to do, because I still have some more strawberries to use, but yeah, this is the jam, the strawberry jam that I'm going to be using for the shortbread that I'm making in the oven. Like, if you think of like a lemon bar, it's basically going to be kind of like that, but with, like, instead of like the usual crust that's like similar to shortbread, but not quite, it's going to be that base with strawberry jam on it. And I'm debating if I want to add a dusting of unsweetened cocoa or if I want to add a dusting of powdered sugar. So I'll have to figure that one out. Like, oh, we got some action going on the stove, so I'll bring it back over. Those are the most recent gems. Bring it over real quick. Oh, hi Maria, it's good to see you again. Hope you had a good week. Today we're making some blackberry jam. I'm kind of curious, can you guys see when you see the live? Like, I always put a title, but can you see it, or is that like later when it gets posted? Like when you enter the live, does it tell you what the live is? Ooh, looks scrummy. Thank you. I know I've been on a jam kick. Like I haven't made jam in years, and then all of a sudden I've made like, I don't know, a batch a week almost for like the past month. I'm particularly excited about this one because I love blackberry jam. I have an alarm, so I go via your channel and I can see the name. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you for setting an alarm. I appreciate that. Can see the title. Okay, gotcha. I was kind of curious, like on my end, I'm just like, some people come in and ask like what we're doing, and I'm like, I'm kind of curious if you can see the title ever, or if it's only after it gets posted, so. Okay, so I'm gonna cook this down for probably at least like 5-ish minutes when it goes like this. I'm still kind of playing around. Like I said, the pectin, I just used that for the first time in a long time. So I'll have to see. And also the first time I used the pectin for the cherry jam, I thought that I still had to go to temp. So I was cooking it for way longer than you're supposed to with pectin, but it still turned out. Like I said, I really like the way that consistency turned out, the one I just showed you a little bit ago. And I'm very excited to see how these strawberry bars turn out. And also just in general, the vanilla, using the vanilla bean paste in the shortbread. I have not tried that, like I mentioned, so I'm excited about multiple things that we're doing today. But I am doing a video for the other one, so you'll have to see that one later. But you did get to see the jam consistency before we do anything with it. But the idea is that I'll be able to pour that, turn this down just a little bit, that I'll be able to pour that over, do a nice, like, not super thick layer, but not too thin either, and across the shortbread, and then bake that for a little bit. And I'm hoping that it'll thicken up the jam consistency a little bit more. And then, you know, like I said, kind of be like a strawberry version of like a lemon bar. Just, I'm trying to figure out, like I said, how to finish off the top of it is my only thing that I'm kind of like, not sure about that one yet. Does anybody do anything exciting this weekend? It's going to be hot again. I feel like some people are already getting ready for fall, and I'm like, we don't get to look at fall until like at least the end of September, if not more into October these days. Like the past couple of years, I've actually gone swimming in October because the first weekend has been so hot. I kind of let it just do its thing a little bit. I feel like I keep stirring, and you don't have to stir the whole time, but yeah, cooking it down for at least a couple more minutes. And then, like I said, I'll use my hand blender to make it a nice smooth consistency. And I'll have to let you know how the actual, like, how it thickens up, because you need to let it set for a while. See, anybody want to say in the chat what they're doing this weekend? I feel like it's quiet today, probably because it's you know, the end of August. September's already next week. I feel like a lot of people are also have started school. Back to school on Wednesday, first day of sixth form. What is sixth form? So school shopping. Oh, I'm sorry, but I hope that you have a good year. I hope that everything goes really, really well for you. Oh, wait, is sixth form school shopping? I feel like you're teaching me so many new things. By 12, 13, it's before uni, and typically you do 3 to 4 subjects. I don't know what you do. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that would probably be like for us like senior year. So yeah, that's like the year right before going to college, and I feel like it depends on what school you go to. Because we had like 6 to 7 classes, if I remember correctly, when I was in senior year. But I also went to like a Catholic school, so also like religion was part of it. But that's interesting. Do you know what subjects you're gonna have? I would assume by now you do, since you're starting next week, but. Okay, I'm gonna cook this down for just like another minute or two. And the shortbread, I'm gonna check on that because there's like 6 minutes left. Oh yeah, you definitely need more time, shortbread. Definitely needs more time, but it smells really good. I like history, philosophy, ethics, and math, and EPQ. What is EPQ? Okay, just a little bit more. Let's see. For this weekend, I am gonna try and stay cool because it's gonna be really hot again, and especially going into like next week. It was originally not gonna be that hot, but trying to stay cool. But I am taking the train today to go see a friend for the evening, so I'm excited about that. I've only ever done the train like one time, so exciting adventure to see something new. All right, I think we're looking really good. The blackberries are breaking down a lot. And oh, I don't know if I mentioned it. I do not cook this, like cook jams to can it, because I do not know how to do that. So I just make it and then you put it in the fridge and then try and use it in a reasonable amount of time. Hats off to anybody who can do the canning part, because I'm just like, I feel like I need to do a lot of like watching videos or looking into that. But when you finish A-level exams, different grades count as different number of UCA's points, and some unis want number of UCA's points and some want actual grades. Oh, interesting. UQ is half an A-level in UCA's points. Oh, interesting. Okay. And if you can relate it to your degree at uni, then it helps with applying. Oh, that definitely makes sense. Do you know what you want to do at university? Okay, I think we're good with this. I'm gonna bring you over. I'll try and set you up over here. Okay. So it cooked down quite a bit. It's definitely a thin consistency, but like I said, with the pectin, once it sets, then it should be a nice consistency, just like that cherry jam. And let me set that to the side so we can use our hand blender. I like to tilt it like this to make it a little bit like deeper so that it doesn't splatter too much on me. Okay, that splattered on me. That was hot. Okay, I think we're good. Just another little Okay, I think we look good. Looks nice and pureed. I get to always kind of scrape off some of this excess. Okay. All right, so I'm really happy with that. I'm excited to see how the consistency turns out because, like I said, I'm still playing around with, you know, the ratios, but it seems like a good solid ratio seems to be 2 parts fruit to 1 part sugar. So let's see. Oh, getting caught up. History or math, I'm not sure. To be honest, I want to teach some math. Teachers are still high in demand. Then you'll do math. Probably not. If not, probably history. Oh, gotcha. What'd you take in senior year, if that's when you picked? I actually didn't pick senior year based on my senior year things. I know I took pre-cal, I think it was pre-cal senior year. Because in college I ended up doing, I actually picked kind of in like my sophomore year because I took chemistry. That was at my first high school. We took chemistry in sophomore year, and I just really, really love chemistry. So that's actually what I ended up getting my degree in. But that wasn't, I think I took biotech in senior year, which related to the forensic side of things. Oh, let me check on that. Oh, you definitely need more time. Definitely. Ooh, I can smell the vanilla bean. I'm excited. Let's do another 15 minutes. Shortbread is a long time, like low and slow kind of thing. Let's see. Oh, it looks good. Thank you so much. It would be good on sponge pudding. Ooh, what is sponge pudding? I would assume maybe like a cake of some kind. Right, I feel like you're teaching me so many things. Evelyn, hola hermosa. Thank you. Thank you for joining. We just made blackberry jam. I'm excited to see how this turns out with the consistency because I love blackberry jam. Let's see. I feel like this was a little bit faster of a live. I know I started a little bit later, but little bit faster than some of our other lives, but as always, I would love to know what you guys want to see for future lives. Definitely want to do some fun Halloween and holiday stuff in the coming months, but maybe we can do some more baking stuff because it feels like, it's been so hot that it's like I can't really do a lot of baking of any kind, so. Well, hey. Come here, grumpy butt. So yeah, maybe do some more baking stuff would be a lot of fun for a Halloween or holiday live, or both. Yeah, trying to work on planning that kind of stuff. And like I said, today is the last day of our piping tips series. I still can't believe that series has already come to an end. It feels like I was just like planning and working on that. But I'm very excited with how everybody's been loving it. So maybe we can do something like that in the future if you guys are interested. But besides that, I think that's it. Do we have any other questions or comments to pop in the chat before we hop off today? I'm going to do some dishes and work on finishing up the baking off the shortbread and doing these strawberry bars. I don't often interact with Americans. The difference is quite shocking. A sponge pudding is a sponge cake, kind of. Okay. And you put jam on the bottom of a Christmas pudding shaped dish and then mix it in. That sounds really good, especially with blackberry jam. That sounds amazing. Then you flip it, it's like Christmas pudding, kind of. Okay. Yeah, see, we don't even have Christmas pudding, but I know it kind of sounds like, if I can relate it to something that I've actually never made, but I've seen it, is a pineapple upside down cake. Like, you take it, you have your pan, and then you put like pineapples, and I think it's like brown sugar or something like that. And then you like bake it off and then flip it upside down when it's done. But sponge cake, okay. I think we have like similar things, but it just like, until I heard you describe it, I couldn't really get a picture in my head. So thank you for teaching me something new. Gotta let this cool down for a while. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I got a tickle in my throat. Oh. Kinda, yeah, okay. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I don't know where that came from. Okay. So, I almost forgot to add our salt. Oh my goodness. Sorry, my voice is weird right now. I hope that fixed it. You should make some American classic bakes. That'd be interesting. Oh, I like that idea. Yeah, I feel like I always kind of do a variety of things and switch it up, but that would be fun. So I'm going to do a half teaspoon of salt. But yeah, definitely when the weather is colder, if you guys like when you see like baking lives or like cooking, like, jam or something on the stove kind of lives, then I can definitely do some more of that stuff. I feel like my voice is still funky. Of course, that never happens until I'm on live. Okay, just mix that salt in. And like I said, just gotta let it cool for a while, and then I can put it in its container to store. I'm very excited to see this. As always, any other suggestions or comments that you want to, of things you'd like to see on the channel or for lives or anything like that, then make sure to pop them either in the chat or in the comments for later. Gee, hi, you made it, yay! We are about to hop off live. We're like right at the end, but we did make some blackberry jam, and you can also check out the video a little bit if you want to see like a little more of the process, but I'm happy they were able to make it for at least a little bit. I know some of our lives have been like a little bit on the shorter side, but I guess this is more of like our average, like a half an hour-ish. Ooh, yes. Yeah, I'm really excited. I also showed, oh, don't do little crying emojis. It's okay. So I made blackberry jam today, but I've been making some jams recently. If I just kind of get on a kick of like, I just want to make something different and jam for summer. I think it's just because it's like a bunch of fresh, like summer fruit has been on sale. So I made cherry jam and strawberry jam. Today was blackberry jam. OMG, yes. So, let's see, I could give you guys a little sneak peek of how the shortbread's turning out. Let me see. Just really quick. So it's still, well, the hole's even filled in, but this is, here's our shortbread. And I'm making like strawberry bars. So kind of like, think of a lemon bar, but do strawberry jam instead. So that's the goal, at least. That's what I'm going for. Strawberry, yes. Is that your favorite kind of jam? I asked what people's favorite jams were earlier, but I don't know if anybody actually popped anything in the chat. Yes. My sister's popping in the chat like, yeah, because she knows she gets some later. Looks good. Thank you. Ooh, scran. Okay, I have to ask, what is scran? I feel like this is another thing that you're going to teach me. I like raspberry. I am right there with you. I love raspberry and blackberry are like my two favorites. Still very, very hot, so we're gonna still let this cool a little bit more. But I did blend this for anybody just joining, so it could be like a, I like the more like less chunky piece of the fruit, like more of a consistent kind of thing. And I feel like sometimes the fruit can actually help like thicken it up a little bit when you blend it. So yummy food. Oh. Yeah, I'm excited to see how everything turns out. And who knows, maybe I'll make like a blueberry jam next, or I'll probably make like a thicker version of the strawberry jam. I like damson chili, helped my dad make some earlier. Okay, I feel like you're gonna teach me something else here. What is damson? I have not heard of that before. I feel like we stick in here, like at least for like me not making a bunch of jellies and stuff, like it's very basic. It's like strawberry or cherry or, you know, that kind of stuff. Oh, it's a type of fruit? Interesting. I'll have to look that one up because I'm not sure. I think I'm going to turn my oven up just a little bit for the shortbread because I think it's a little bit under temp, so it's taking even longer. Turn up just a little bit. You can gather it around the end of summer in the UK. Okay, interesting. That's cool that you're able to help your dad make some earlier. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let this thicken for a while. Quite a few people have it in their gardens, like blackberry. Ooh, okay. That sounds yummy. Are you gonna make anything particular with it, or do you guys just have it like for breakfast, or just kind of have it like available? Or do you have like a particular recipe that you use it for? Okay. Anything else to pop in the chat? Ooh, my aunt makes jam so good. I only get it when we come back to Idaho. Oh, I get that. We have my mom's first cousin, so I think she's technically my second cousin, but she's Pam and she makes jam. Her name is Pam, and we always kind of joke like Pam Jam. Yeah, she makes jam a lot too, and it's always really, really good. But it's always like specifically, usually around like the holidays is when she'll bring it to us. But she like gets the fruit in summer and makes it in summer. and then gives it for her holiday gifts. My brother's like it on porridge. I prefer it with croissants. Ooh, that sounds so good. I've only made homemade croissants once, from the Bake Fest when I took that class last May, so over a year ago. That sounds insanely good. I might need to give that a try. I've been really, really wanting to bake like bread and like croissants, like just different like bready type things, but it's been so hot. That's probably why I've been wanting to make it, is because it's so hot and I'm like, oh, I want to be able to make it. Yeah, BKC, what kinds? Raspberry, strawberry, blackberry, mixed berry. Ooh, pomegranate. I don't remember the names of the other one, my favorite raspberry. All that sounds so good. That's a lot like our cousin, that makes the jams. Like she makes a lot of those flavors too. Ooh, yeah, it does sound really good. So good on PB&J. Yeah, see, I still don't know if I've really had a PB&J since I started liking jam. I mentioned it earlier, but you weren't on here yet. The like as a kid, I did not like jam actually. I was just very picky. Like I liked very specific fruit, and jams were not on that list of like types of fruits that I liked. So yeah, I was very picky and I did not like jam, so I would have peanut butter sandwiches. So I don't know if maybe I've tried a peanut butter and jelly sandwich like once or twice, but I should probably make one with some of the homemade jam. That sounds really good. You love PB&J? Yes. Yeah, I've made like PB&J inspired things, but I really haven't done like an actual sandwich. So I should do that. Thank you for the inspo. Especially on hot dog buns, it's weird, but it's good. Oh, I totally get that. I use bread that's like designated for like certain things as like not their original intent all the time. Oh, you should make a triffin sometime. It's so, if it's too hot to bake, it's a Welsh pudding, no baked biscuits, and dried fruit covered in chocolate. Oh, that sounds interesting. But I'm assuming biscuits, I feel like biscuits, we have two different things because our biscuits are like closer to a scone consistency. So is a biscuit like a cookie? Have you made raspberry yet? See, I haven't made raspberry. But I feel like the next time that the fruit goes on sale, which has been constantly lately, that's probably going to be my next thing. Any particular hot dog buns, brioche, generic? Where are you originally from? BKC, if you're asking me, I am from and in California. If you do film it, please. Oh, absolutely. Yes. I've been filming. Next week is going to be kind of like a little mix of different things I've been working on as like a buffer week before probably I get into holiday or Halloween season stuff. Biscuits like shortbread biscuits. Okay, so I did know the difference on that one. Custard cream digestive biscuits. Ooh, a custard cream sounds really good. Cool. Oh, yes. Yeah, next week's like a little hodgepodge of different things I've been doing. It's not like the most fun topic of next week, but California girls. I'm originally from Alaska. Oh, nice. Where do you live currently? Do you live, did you say Florida, or were you guessing Florida for something else? Oh, let me check on that. You still need some more time. Do another 10 minutes at 3:20. You love bacon? Always a good thing. You live in Texas/Idaho. Oh, interesting. I'm literally Googling a map to figure out where California, Alaska are. Yeah, California. That's the crazy thing with the U.S. is like everything is so far apart. It's like each state is its own little like unique, in a way, country kind of. And even like California is massive. So I live in like the northern part of California. I'm starting to set like a little bit. I'm really excited. I love doing like some sourdough toast with some blackberry jam on it. I'm really excited. What's the biggest U.S. state for you to answer? You're asking for me or for Maria Grace? I only know random bits from American West topic of history. Yeah, that makes sense. It's, yeah, the U.S. is like, it's so big. Both of y'all? Yeah, it's Texas, right? Is Alaska the biggest? I guess I haven't really looked at Alaska. You were born in the biggest state. That, okay. See, I always just I automatically assumed it was Texas, but maybe it's just because I always look at like the, um, all the ones that are connected. What is the word for that? There's a word, and I'm so blanking from. I took history a long time ago. Yes, it is. Me too. Hello. Yeah, I've never been. I've only been to like a handful of states, so I would love to do some more traveling at some point. But so far, it's been like obviously California, different parts of California, and then Hawaii one time, Nevada, and Minnesota, and also North Dakota, because I landed in North Dakota and then went over to Minnesota. So it's been like literally 5 states as far as I can count, and remember. I'm pretty sure that's all that I've been to. I was born in the middle of England. South say we're northern, and the north say we're southern. That's so interesting. Yeah, I'm California born and raised. I've been to a lot. Oh, nice. See, I would love to travel more. It's just, I haven't had the chance to yet, but I would love to. I've always thought it'd be cool at some point in the future to add like a, food travel part to the channel. It's not set up to do that yet, but I think it would be a lot of fun to do that. He lived in Alaska for 2 years, and he moved to Idaho for 5 years, moved to Texas for 6 years, trying to move back to Idaho. Oh, wow. So yeah, you have been. See, I've only ever like lived in California too, so it's like, and also in like the same area. So I can't imagine moving to like even just different states, let alone like, I even moving into a different town is just like, that's crazy. But it sounds like really exciting. Have you ever been out of the US? I have not. That's on my list of like, we were planning a trip at one point. Like, we wanted to do, we have family in Germany, and we wanted to do a trip to like Italy to go like take a cooking class or something together, like my mom, my sister, and I. And we were going to do like this whole like cooking class thing and then take a train to, I think, Germany from there or something like that. But it was like still too much COVID times. So, yeah. And then my sister also, like, she just had a baby last year. So it's like, it makes things a little bit more complicated, but we'll have to figure it out at some point. I'd love to visit the US, but might bring a bulletproof vest. Yeah. That's, I hate to say it, but as long as you're not going to school, you have a better chance of not having that happen. I want to go to Italy so bad. I know. I imagine going to Italy, and especially doing like the cooking class thing would be so much fun. I've been to Paris, a couple other, don't remember right off. But Paris, that sounds really cool though. When you're 13, you forget a lot of things. Very true. I try and think back to certain times. I'm like, I had such a good memory, but now it's like it's like it doesn't matter as much to an extent, and that's like your brain just doesn't want to hold on to it. I'm hopefully going to Rome next year. Ooh, that's exciting. It's part of the philosophy and ethics course. Oh, that sounds so exciting. That's so awesome. OMGS, I'll be so good. Videos on my YouTube channel going to Italy. Ooh, yes. That would be amazing. And I can be jealous. That would be so cool to add that. I'll have to make that happen at some point, but for the moment, I'm just cooking and baking from my things, from my kitchen and all that kind of good stuff. Do you have a channel, Maria? No, Maria, do it. And I've been on 3 Disney cruises. Oh, that's awesome. I have never been on a cruise. My mom has talked about like doing a cruise together, but just life keeps getting in the way of like doing adventure stuff like that. But I would love, I would love to do a cruise at some point. I'm a busy girly. Yeah, you are. You're going into your final year, and it's before university. That's definitely going to keep you very, very busy. Me and my family love it. It sounds like so much fun. Like when I see videos online, I'm just like, oh, someday. Yes, it sounds like it. Yeah, she's very busy. So I'm gonna check on the shortbread again. Oh, it's getting a little more there. I usually get to like toast my shortbread a little bit. You're not supposed to do that necessarily, but I like to give it a little more flavor, but for this one I want to keep it a little bit lighter. So, but I still want to make sure it's all baked through before I add the jam. I work with Girl Guides, both volunteering and as a member. I tutor lower years. I run and mentor lower school. It's quite chaotic. You have so much going on. My hat's off to you, and I hope that everything goes really, really well. But also just like try to take a little bit of time for you. Even though we're all old, me 13, other sister 16, and sister. Wait, so you have 2 sisters that are 16, and then. Are you 13? You're saying that you're old. We had an amazing one, but then COVID hit, so we weren't able to go. Yeah, it messed up so many things. Sounds amazing traveling. Yeah. I know. Traveling is like, one of my favorite movies is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, but I can't watch it too often because it makes me want to just like, 13-year-old what? I was wondering. I can't watch that movie very often because it makes me want to just like leave immediately to travel, and I can't do that right now. Oh, my bad. One is 18. One is 16. Okay, gotcha. I think I'm young at 16. You are young at 16. Both you were so young. Oh my goodness. Lil. Don't be a grubby butt. My dog is like, how dare someone walk down the street? That's so for. Do you have any animals? On my end, yes. I have Lily, my fur baby puppy over there that is just being a grumpy butt today. Hello. Wanna come here? Hi, baby. Kiss it, sit. Hey. Hi, Lucky. Can you come this way? Do you want to say hi? You want to say hi, baby? There's my little. Hey, baby. She's like, stop putting a camera in my face. Okay, might be done to where I want it to be. Let's see. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. I want it to be like, just like hints of light golden, like it doesn't do it justice with the lighting right now, but It's just like, you can tell it's like nice and baked through and not to where it's getting like fully toasted and caramelized yet. So I'm gonna let that sit for just a little bit before I add my, the jam, and I bake it off at a higher temperature. I'll do 350. Oh, yeah, that's my girl. I have Daisy, Katie, Betty, Cowboy, so 4 dogs and 1 cat, Mocha. Oh my god, I love that name. 2 horses, Avenue, and Apache. Oh my goodness, you have so many animals. That's awesome. So I don't have a lot. Yeah, I just have my 1 fur baby, but then there's also, my sister and I adopted our dogs at the same time from like a foster puppy adoption day. And so we actually adopted them at the same time. They were technically born like 2 days apart, even though they're from completely different litters, but because there were so many different types. So Penny is also regularly around here. I would love to ride a lot of my school can, but sadly I can't. Oh, I've done horseback riding 1 time, like a very long time ago for a Girl Scout event thing. I would love to do it again, but I just haven't done that. You're pouting low. She's like, oh, pay attention to me. Okay, we're coming up on close to an hour. So unfortunately, I need to wrap it up so I can start recording, adding the jam for the video that I'll make on that, the strawberry bars. But do we have any other questions or comments or anything to pop in the chat before we hop off today? It's been so great talking to you, BKC and Maria. It's been really good to see both of you again. No, don't do cry. We'll be back next week. As I always say, unless something pops up, then I'll let you know ahead of time. But we'll be back next week, same time, same day, 10 a.m. Pacific time on Friday. So we'll have to see what we're going to be making. Thank you. No, thank you for joining. This has been so great to talk to you guys again. Au revoir. Thank you. I hope that you have a really great weekend. And Maria, good luck with your first day of school on Wednesday. I hope everything goes really, really well. Yes, thanks for the vid. Oh, thank you. Okay. I think I gave you guys all the updates. Like I said, last of our 20-day piping tip series video is out today in this evening. So make sure to check that out. 6:15 UK. Oh yeah, it is super late. It's 10 a.m. Pacific time for us. Or it's like 11 now, but bye y'all. Bye, thank you for joining. 12:07. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you guys have a really, really great week, and I hope to see you guys next week too. 12:07 in Idaho. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so it's like an hour ahead. I gotcha. Okay, bye. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.